Staying on the path that I've chosen, straight up, come my way, and I'll see you at the top. 'Cause something's gonna happen in this story, and I can feel it coming, like the rising of the sun, straight up.
The end of a year.
Of a decade.
A decade. I mean, it's just like 10 years, all wrapping up.
I don't think we're going to recap 10 years.
Oh, God, no. That would be a hell of a long recap. But the amazing thing is we've been sharing on blogs and YouTube for longer than that. That's just crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. Looking back, our YouTube channel started in 2009, and our friends over at Driving a Vibe, and Kyle and Olivia pointed out that we're one of the first RVers to start sharing on YouTube, so that's kind of cool. I never really realized it, but that's really interesting.
We just kind of stumbled into it. We just started doing what's fun, and we're intending to keep doing what's fun. Whether we share a lot or share a little, that's our goal is to enjoy this and to share as much of the excitement and passion and just the joy of traveling like this.
A nomadic lifestyle by choice of perpetual on-the-roadness and waterness. And 2019 has been just a great year. I mean, I think in general, I think we've enjoyed a lot of balance. Also, we built a nomadic fleet this year, so juggling 3 vessels, a boat, a van, and a bus has been really interesting.
So I guess that kind of forces you to be balanced because we had so much stuff up. We've been very busy at work. We've had a lot of great family time. We've had a lot of great friend time, and we've finally managed to get off the boat into a van and back to our bus, and now we even have a casita. So we've got like physical space as well. So we've got a lot of stuff that happened in this year, and you want to kind of rewind back to where we were this time last year?
Yeah, it's this time last year we were doing an extended winter stay aboard the boat in Sanford, Florida, which we ended up 4 months there, which was amazing.
And the original plan for last winter was we were going to store the boat in Sanford and come out here and do all this stuff, but we fell so in love with Sanford that we just didn't want to do that. We really wanted to enjoy a season, a Christmas on our boat, and spend some time there. And Sanford in particular captured our hearts. It's one of the few places that we might want to go back for an extended period of time, even maybe make it a base camp at some fashion. But
yeah, it's so great. It's close to family. We had great friends there, and just so much to do right there in north of Orlando, and accessible on the St. Johns River, which is an amazing cruise in and of itself. So we ended up staying there until early March, when we started our cruise down the St. Johns River, which is going north because of the way the river flows, back to Jacksonville.
Yeah, so we went up back to Jacksonville, spent some time there, got solar on the boat, finished our electrical upgrades, or we never actually finished electrical upgrades, I guess, but we got solar installed, had some really nice time, passing back through Jacksonville, back down the river, and then we kind of proceeded from there and actually left the state of Florida in our
Amazingly.
boat.
So we got back on the official Great Loop route and followed the MTOA rendezvous up to Brunswick, Georgia, where they're holding their annual event. Did a monthly stay there, and that's where we met Copernicus. We had been starting shopping for a van conversion to replace our Mini Cooper.
That's actually over a year ago we started. We were just kind of testing the waters for what we wanted with a van.
Not the waters, the roads.
Okay, testing the roads. These things are so confusing. But yeah, so we were hunting for the van. We went to the Tampa RV show actually last year to look at vans and did all of that, and just continued on. We weren't thinking we were going to necessarily find anything soon or quick, but in the parking lot at the Brunswick Landing Marina, we ran across a van that was exactly what we wanted for sale at a great price. So
we
fate.
And then friends in the area wanted the Cooper, so
within 24 hours we had bought a van and sold our Mini Cooper, and
it was meant to be.
Yes.
And it's been wonderful. We've been enjoying doing little camping trips off of the boat during our extended stays. We were able to store the van with friends there in Georgia while we continued our cruise on up and went into South Carolina. So I actually did 2 states in the boat this year. We did an enjoyable time. The cruising in the Georgia lowlands and the South Carolina, just amazing and beautiful.
Dolphins and just great, wonderful, flat, open space. And a lot of twists and turns, a lot of shallow water, a lot of very active navigation. But it was beautiful cruising. Our next big stop was up in Charleston then.
Yeah, so we ended up taking a monthly stop there, right downtown, and just had a jam-packed month full of being tourists, more family visits, and that was great. And then as we're ending up our month there in July, we're considering, do we continue going north? Do we do another month in Charleston? Then my mother was diagnosed with a cancer scare, so we decided to track back south and be with her for that.
Yeah, so we took the boat back down towards Savannah and found a good place to store it. And then hopped in the van, which is the great thing about having the van, is like we could just switch to van life and spend several weeks down in Florida for to be with her mom and then to do some van camping all around.
Right. So then hurricane season's ramping up at this point. Hurricane Dorian gave us a bit of a scare, of course, pummeled the Bahamas, which is so sad, but spared most of the coast. We were fine. We did end up, we were hauled out for that on the boat. We evacuated inland in the van again. The van saves the day again.
And then when we're coming back to the van, we're like, well, okay, now do we want to put coming back to the boat, do we want to put the boat back in the water and, try to get a little bit more cruising in this season? Or, well, we've already paid to have it hauled out. Can we maybe just leave it out of the water, store it, hopefully have some projects tackled while it's done and while it's out of the water, because you should have seen how bad the bottom looked at that thing when we pulled it out.
Sure.
Needs a new bottom job. And let's just go do some van camping and let's go get Zephyr out of storage.
Let's go ahead and resume this whole intention of splitting life between boat and RV. So we did a cross-country trip in the van. Of course, we didn't take the direct route to Texas from Savannah.
Direct route, what's that?
We decided to go up to St. Louis and visit his family and visit his grandma.
Yeah, and on the way, we did some friends in Asheville and some friends in Knoxville, and just kind of passed through all these other places and really enjoyed what the van let us do of basically driveway surfing and visiting friends and being so nimble that we can go to these places that we couldn't with a bigger RV. And then we did an extended stay, visiting my grandma, visiting my mom and dad, at the end of their season while we were up in St. Louis, waiting for it to get cooler down in Austin where Zephyr was, because we didn't want to roast.
It was still summer there.
They had extended summer.
So as soon as summer broke and Texas decided to get on board with this fall thing, we took the van down to Texas, went through Hot Springs, Arkansas, Little Rock, Arkansas, and just really enjoyed those stops along the way. And then turned focus to getting Zephyr out of storage and back on the road. She needed all new tires, which was something that we knew. We scheduled that when we put her in storage.
She needed a significant, ended up being an entirely new muffler. There had been a crack in the muffler from just vibration over the years.
And just, general engine maintenance and lubing and all that sort of stuff that you should do every year that had been punted. Yeah. And then his grandma was placed on hospice in this time period, so we decided to stick around the area in central Texas. We just selected a spot in Fredericksburg, Texas, in the heart of the wine country, so that we could be ready for when the time came to travel back.
Getting back to St. Louis for family funeral arrangements and all that stuff. We were just beyond guard. We'd already had a chance to have quality time with my grandma, so we were good with that. But we still wanted to be ready to go for family, and we ended up just kind of having that base camp in Fredericksburg just be a good place to do that. And that also coincided with the RVE gathering, the RVers TV show premiere.
It happened to be the same weekend, so we got to share that with a bunch of friends.
We also joined a wine club right across the street from the RV park we were at, so we got a lot of daily free glasses of wine.
We're at the end of the month. His grandma is still hanging on, but things are looking
could be any day
now. So we decided to use the opportunity to go ahead and do our first major convoy with the bus and the van, and got out to here in Benson, Arizona, at the RV lot that we are leaseholders of, that we purchased over a year and a half ago but had never been to. So we have a casita here and a lot. So we did 3 days of driving across Texas and New Mexico.
Yeah, we did a really quick trip for us, but it was actually surprisingly comfortable. The bus was great to drive solo, and across I-10, the bus drove beautifully, wonderfully.
Van
Cherie did great in the van.
I love driving the van. So yeah, so this whole convoy thing works really well. That'll probably be the only major repositioning we do in the foreseeable future. Now everything else will be smaller trips around the Southwest. Like here this weekend, we should be leading towards Quartzsite and Lake Havasu for the Escapers events for New Year's Eve and the Bash.
Yes. So we've spent, I guess, the past month making this empty casita into it's been like decorating a dorm. We've been putting all the furniture out, getting drapes. We actually set it up as a film studio for the first period of time we were here, which turned into chaos because we tackled a huge project of filming 45 episodes.
Right. So as you know, our work life, this here Technomadia is fun. This is all hobby and fun. We just love doing this. But our work life is running the Mobile Internet Resource Center. And we have a separate channel for that. And we've been running that since 2014. And we focus on tracking news and providing educational content to help RVers and cruisers like ourselves find their right mobile internet solution.
And Cherie, for actually most of this past year, has been writing and working on a course to kind of take that up to the next level for people who need more interactivity and more kind of video tutorial of the basics. And so we're going to be rolling out in early 2020 a 45-chapter video course as kind of an extension of the Mobile Internet Resource Center. And it was time to film it, so we sat down and filmed, and cranked it out here.
Yep, it's now in production. We're actually hired that out, so it's being really professionally done. And now hopefully we'll be rolling that out here at the 1st of 2020. That'll be the next new offering of the Resource Center. So that's something you're interested in. Go check it out at mobileinternetinfo.com/university. That's where it'll be launched at. And that's coming up work-wise. But all in all, it's been a great year. Another milestone we finally crossed is we've been now on the road almost 14 years together, which is crazy. But in that time, we just now in this last year crossed 100,000 RVing miles. It took us that long to do it. That's how slow our pace is. A lot of people do that the first couple of years, we've heard.
Yeah, I think we would have been, if we kept our original pace up, we would have done that in like 2.5 years or so. So we have slowed down a lot, and the slower we go, the more we enjoy it. I think
absolutely. We're really liking having the boat and the bus be our kind of two home bases, where we're doing longer stays in those and giving us more time to be balanced, to have that balance of work and exploring and friends and social life. And
being in one place long enough to find favorite restaurants and connect with people more than just briefly. And so we're liking that. And so we've been, settling into this community here at the Escape Saguaro co-op here. It's been fun to be able to dive into the daily happy hours and the Christmas potlucks and all the other fun stuff they do here. So that's been nice.
Yes, I think this will be a great winter base camp for us. And we'll still do travels around the Southwest from here.
We're itching to go moondocking starting soon.
Yes. So yeah, I think this is going to work out, this balance between the three vessels, with the van being this nimble thing that we can move between them and do little side trips off of.
Yep, and eventually we'll have our fourth when we get the Zeppelin, so keep that, that's still in the... It's on my Christmas list. Santa did not fit a Zeppelin down the chimney, so...
We don't have a chimney.
I know.
There's no Zeppelins hiding here at the casino.
Okay, someday I'll have my
all right. Okay. It has been a joy sharing our 2019 travels with you. We are considering this a wrap-up of our travel logs for this year because I don't think I'm going to have time to go back and produce a bunch of stuff. And there's a bunch of content we want to bring you, like getting Zephyr out of storage and all the projects that had to go along with that. So we are looking forward to 2020. And we're just going to keep it real like we always have here, sharing as we go forward, sharing when we have time.
And yeah, it's going to be looking, hopefully, a really good year ahead, so fingers crossed.
All right. See you next decade.
Oh, gosh.
We create these videos just for fun, and we love having you along for the ride. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, or if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.